My German recipe for today is Berlin bread, also known as Berlin Christmas bread. We call it Berliner Brot in Germany. My ingredients are flour, sugar, and then there is this Goldsaft, sugar beet syrup. That is something you will not get like that here in America in a normal store. You will have to order it on Amazon, and I will put a link for that in the video description, also on the blog post, where you will find the printable recipe and where you can also switch between the metric and the US customary measurements. So this is something you definitely need. It's not the same as honey or apple butter or something like that. You really need this. Then you need some cocoa powder, almonds, chocolate. You can use a bar chocolate and just chop it up. I am happy to have these little drops. That makes it a little bit easier. Then Lebkuchengewürz, gingerbread spice. Our German gingerbread spice is a little different from what you know here in America. And I happen to have a package, but you will probably have problems to get that, although you can order it at some European online stores. However, I have a recipe for the gingerbread spice on my blog, and you will find it here. And also there will be a link in the video description and on the blog post with the recipe blog. Also, you need some baking powder, some rum, water, and 2 eggs. Here in the US, the almonds are usually sold with their skin on. I need to remove that skin, and the way I do that is by pouring some boiling water over it, let it stand for a little bit. Then I drain the nuts, and after that I remove the skin. I will show you how I do this. I've just tested 2 of these almonds and the skin came off easily, so it's time to drain this. And then I can try 2 different things. One is to just peel them off with my hands, and you see it comes off very easy. So that would be one way. Or if I want to do several, it can be helpful to just rub them between a kitchen towel, and then you see it comes off just like that. Not all of them, but most. Yeah, that's how it goes. Now I'll continue and then I'll show you the rest of the recipe. For the batter, I start with the eggs and the water. And I will whisk this until it is foamy and then add the sugar. Now all the ingredients go into this bowl except for the nuts. So that means the flour, the rum, the gingerbread spice, and I happen to have an open package already, so I'm using that. For the cocoa powder, you can choose the amount you want. You can add more if you feel like you want some more, and I like to have a lot of cocoa powder in here, and it also makes the cookies very dark. Then I'm also putting in the baking powder, and now the Goldsaft, the sugar beet syrup. The chocolate goes in a little later. As you can see, this becomes a very nice and somewhat gooey batter. And the last thing I'm adding are, of course, the almonds. And I mix them in just in whole. And that's, for me, kind of the special thing about the Berlin bread, that they have the whole nuts in it. And I like the crunch when I eat the finished product. Now in Germany, I would just pour this on a baking sheet, but my oven here is so much larger than the ones that we have in Germany, so I'm using a baking frame to curb it a little bit. And now I fill this in here. And I preheated the oven to 175 degrees Celsius, which is almost 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me spread this out a little bit. And this will not rise very much, just a tiny little bit. And they're somewhere between cookies and cake. So when they're fresh, they are really soft and nice. And after a while, if you don't store them correctly, they become hard. And my grandmother used to let them get hard so that they were kind of cookies that we had with some tea or coffee in the afternoon at Christmas time. So this goes now into the oven. This has baked for about half an hour, so the baking time depends a little bit on how thick it is on the baking sheet. If you have a larger one and the batter is spread a little more thin, then it takes maybe a little less than half an hour. If it's a little thicker, then it might take up to 40 minutes maybe. So I want to remove the frame now. And now this will be cut into sizes like you know them from brownies. So they're like hand palm size. And I notice it's still a little bit too soft to cut, so I have to wait and let it cool completely. It's still warm before I can really cut it into these little slabs. I will show you the finished result in the pictures at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and watch some more of my videos. I have plenty of Christmas recipes, but also recipes for throughout the year. Thank you for watching.